Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Rama and today I am going to discuss with you about the concept of niche tourism. So let us begin. Niche tourism is a type of tourism that can be tailored to meet the needs of specific market segment. This type of tourism provides customized experiences and even more personalized for various customers. It focuses on specific concept or a topic. Another way to describe this type of tourism is specialized tourism. Here we are providing a specialized travel product in the form of tour packages to our customers. Here priority is given to make a destination more attractive and marketable. There are two types or two categories of niche tourism. A macro niche can be defined as a type of tourism that has a larger consumer interest segment. For example, rural tourism, sports tourism, environmental tourism or ecotourism. While micro niche reach out to consumers in more narrowly defined groups. Example, cycling tourism, geotourism, gastronomy tourism, and this concept has been given by Robinson and Novelli in 2005. The term niche tourism is borrowed from economics and management, where it emerged in the 1990s as niche marketing, according to Robinson and Novelli in 2005. When it comes to marketing a niche tourism, it is a very time taking process. Why? Because we need to think very differently from that of the common segment that we are selling in the market. It's like a never ending cycle of utilizing new technologies, tailored strategies, search optimization techniques, advertising, and promotional campaign. This is especially important in niche tourism. Among the novelties, there are also some great challenges faced due to the market shifts. Travelers' habits change all the time, and keeping up to date is important for the tourism industry and is important when we are planning to sell a niche travel product. How a destination is developed as a niche tourism. While doing a research for niche tourism, you must have come across a dozen of destination marketing strategies. The thing is, we need to think a very different line of planning has to be done, custom made for a certain destination, and their promo strategies has to be planned. The first questions that can come to your mind is how can that even work for an idea for a niche tourism? How do I even come up with a profitable niche tourism business strategy? Instead of being a very passive kind of observer, today's tourists want to dive into the experience, taste, feel, and relate to local customs, traditions, and cuisines. Today's traveler isn't making holiday plans just for the sake of traveling to a certain adventurous place. They want something different all the time. Their mood changes as per the season. It is very important for the local bodies or the government bodies to cooperate with your businesses to get data and resources that you require for market research kind of thing. And if you have a marketing department, the first task is to help perform an in-depth research, analyze the existing offer and business development plans, and create a strategy to conquer new markets that in accordance according to your budget. Poorly performed market research is something that's not discussed enough. Niche tourism is highly individualized, and if you don't have the right data, you are guessing instead of having or making assumptions, not utilizing marketing tools properly. So that way your business can't survive in the long run. So it's very important to work for the long run apart from making plans for the short run in the market. There can be several technical challenges, several political challenges, several environmental challenges, several socio-cultural challenges, but we need to have patience, work accordingly, work as per the situation. Niche tourism products are often linked to the destination and its characteristics. Thus, Every destination is unique. For instance, every destination offers different food tours based on local cuisine. So gastronomy tourism is one example of, you can say, as micro niche tourism concept. As I said, macro is a wide, where you can take example of rural tourism. Rural tourism is another niche tourism market. Likewise, there are plenty number of example of niche tourism. So let us discuss one type. Some of the examples of niche tourism are agri-tourism or agro-tourism or agriculturally based tourism. Now, this is a type of segment where people are interested, especially one who want to be away from the hustle and bustle of the city. This involves activities such as fruit picking or taking care of the crops, mostly related to agriculture. Tourists may go on tours of working farms or on established tourist routes, such as wine tours is one example that is most popular in European countries like Poland. They may visit factories that process farm products, for example, jam, and may stay overnight in farmhouses with their big fast and bed. Second, ancestry tourism, where we can find people are interested to visit their place of ancestors. So this is also very unique type of activity, architourism or architectural tourism. Now, tourists are attracted with the designs of the buildings at a destination, a very newer concept that is arising these days. There are several examples worldwide where we can find people are interested in such type of visiting places with different architectural buildings. Some examples include Brazil, St. Petersburg, Russia, in Rococo, Athens, Greece. Mostly people are attracted with the classical type of architecture. Budapest, Hungary, Art Nouveau, Rome, Italy, Baroque. So there are plenty number of examples. People visit mostly the Western countries and Southeast Asian countries to see the modern architectural buildings. One great example in front of us is Burj Khalifa. A very unique type of architecture is in front of the world. Or Petronas Twin Tower of that of Malaysia. So there are plenty examples. Battlefields tourism. Here tours takes place to battlefields that have grown in popularity. In India, there is examples like Panipat. There are examples like Kurukshetra. These are the regions that have historical importances and is relating to battlefields of India. Gambling tourism is another type of niche tourism concept. Now here tourists visit casino destinations and holiday in gambling cities that have many casinos. Similarly, gastronomy tourism, as I said in the beginning, that is also called as food tourism. Now there are several foodies or food lovers. Now they are interested to visit and experience the cuisines and food festivals. So such particular segments are targeted by the travel industry. Gastronomy tourism is defined as travel that has food as the primary factor of influence in travel behavior and the decision making process. Another example could be lighthouse tourism, where tourists visit and sometimes stay in lighthouses that provide accommodation for tourists. Military tourism, where they visit to certain memorials, forts or war museums. Nostalgia tourism is another segment where tourists return to a destination for sentimental reasons. For example, they go back to a destination where they have some memorable childhood holidays. So that is connecting to the nostalgia of a particular person. Then property tourism. Tourists travel to holiday destinations to purchase residential property. Photographic tourism. Tourists visit to, for example, Africa's natural or cultural attractions in order to take photographs. That is again connected to safari tourism. That is where people participate in safaris or wildlife safaris or rail safaris. Spa tourism is another example where the tourists visit to enjoy the spa related activities, some type of treatments, medical treatments they are involved in. Now some trending type of tourism that is very attractive these days, like wedding tourism. They, this involves honeymooners and couples who travel to destinations to have wedding ceremonies. Wellness tourism, that is more connected to spiritual tourism. Well, these two are another two different categories that has been explained in various books and by different authors, but can be related. Here, tourist comes to unwind and enjoy reflexology and massages. Wine tourism, as I said, in Europe, you can find wine tourism very popular. Tourists visit vineyards and they watch the growing process of the grapes. They visit the wine routes, vineyards, wineries, and wine festivals they get involved into for purpose of consuming or purchasing wine. Some specialist tourism groups of niche tourism include like accessible tourism, adventure, or hardcore, particular hardcore adventure, because adventure tourism is common. So a particular hardcore adventure tourism, art tourism, cruise tourism, film tourism, luxury tourism, voluntary tourism, youth tourism, and there are many. So I'll just explain in one sentence. Accessible tourism is all about making travel and hospitality more reachable and pleasurable for travelers with universal access of their requirements. Hardcore adventure tourism is actually where people are involved in some type of expeditions that are very, risk taking, and they enjoy participating in it. For example, bungee jumping could be an example. Art tourism is where people travel in order to visit, explore, and engage in activities related to art. Cruise tourism, people are, willing to participate in or travel inside a cruise to take the unique experiences, dine, take rest, do some type of enjoyment inside a cruise. Film tourism is a growing phenomenon worldwide, motivated by both the growth of the entertainment industry and the increase in international travel. Now, another example could be like luxury tourism, where it's another niche market and is defined as revenue derived by a destination from acquisition of consumer goods, services, and valuables for and during trips by individual tourists. Voluntary tourism or voluntourism. Voluntourism is a form of tourism, as a type of tourism in which travelers participate in voluntary work, typically for a cause. Youth tourism is defined as people aged between 15 to 30 or more or less 30 to 35 years, who take independent trips for less than 1 year. Now, lastly, I like to discuss about the role of niche tourism in destination development. The concept of niche tourism has taken the concept of positioning, which is not entirely limited to brands, but the kind of experience to offer to the visitor that is unique and distinct for all the destination. The destination image contains components that are holistic and based on attributes that help tourists identify them under segregated niches to plan accordingly. This not only makes it easier for the tourists to find the right kind of place for them, but also the destination to create a unique image for itself that attracts all the relevant visitors. Now, this kind of tourism, if developed, will help the destination to develop in a proper planned way. The things can be easily identified. The value of certain things, for example, a heritage site could be well developed in the form of niche tourism concept. An agricultural farm can be well developed in the form of niche tourism. People will come to see, to visit. So obviously things will be, maintained to a certain extent. And development will be at a progressive level. Other example of niche tourism are gambling tourism, responsible tourism, and there are many examples. So thank you so much. That's all for today.